Hi, you all. I'm Marsha Williams, founder of Mothers in Ministry, also author and speaker. I work to uplift, encourage, and inspire mothers to pursue their dreams, their goals, and their purpose in God. So, welcome to my channel. I cover a lot of different things on this channel. Of course, a lot of my posts is ministry, but I also post personal content, quick videos, things of that nature that will help other mothers just to align themselves a little bit more with God and the purpose that He's created them for. So today I want to briefly talk about comparing seasons. There was a time in my life where I was very active with my brand. I was publishing books. I have two books published currently. So I was constantly writing, constantly creating content. I was facilitating conference calls, doing lives. I was doing a lot of different things in this season. And when I look back over my social media, just look at different pictures and, just where I was, events and so on and so forth, it appeared that I was really thriving. And I say that because I was. But I'm in a different season. And I'm still, of course, the brand owner. My brand is still at the forefront of my mind. But I'm also a mom and I'm also a wife. And so I just want to talk to entrepreneurs. Number one, if you're an entrepreneur, and your brand is your primary income, then this video may not be for you, because I dare not tell you to navigate or shift or focus in different areas when financially your brand is what's helping to provide for your family. So even though I'm a brand owner, even though I'm an entrepreneur, I still had a full-time job. My full-time job a lot of times is what was aiding and financing my brand. And so it came to a place, I came to a season in my life where my daughter, I chose to work overnight so that I could stay home with my daughter during the day. And so I did that for a little over a year. Of course, working overnight takes a toll on your body. You have to sleep majority of the day. So for a little over a year, I was sleep deprived, honestly, because I had to take care of a toddler for a little over a year. So she's finally in daycare now. But to add the pressure of just working nights and staying awake during the day and just doing other things with my other children, I am now currently 9 months pregnant. So I'm pregnant. I was working overnight and then I was taking care of my daughter during the day. So a lot of times I didn't have time or energy to put into my brand, Mothers in Ministry. I wasn't really posting content. I wasn't really doing lives, doing videos, uploading. There's a lot of things that I didn't do, and so I chose to sow into the season that I was in, and what that looked like for me was my season, and I realized motherhood was my season, and that might sound crazy, like you're always a mom. You are always a mom, but my daughter, who is now 2, I invested so much time in her because I realized with her being home, she wasn't going to get the social skills that she needed. She wasn't going to get the learning and all that stuff. That was my responsibility for the season that we were in. And so I'm proud of my daughter, who is at 2. She knows her ABC. She's talking. So there's a lot of progress that she's made, even though she's been home with me. But I was very intentional about the type of content she was getting while we were home together on a regular basis. We read books together, did coloring, got her coloring books and, different things of that nature. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a mother, and if you're a wife, don't be discouraged if different seasons calls for a different version of you. There may be seasons of your life where you may have to sow more into your marriage, right? There may be seasons in your life where you have to sow more into motherhood and sow more into your children, and really be involved more. Be it PTAs, be it conferences, whatever. I just want to encourage you to sow into the season that you're in. So I feel that I'm getting ready to kind of transition back into being able to have more time and energy to build my brand. But when I look back at where I was sowing my time and my energy, I feel like I've lost nothing and I've lacked nothing, because every area is important. Motherhood is important. Ministry to me is important, and my marriage is important. And I flow in all three of those categories. So even though I wasn't really building my brand or, releasing a lot of content. When I look back over this past year, I had a lot of preaching engagements. So I did a lot of ministry. I did, conferences and MC'd, and I preached at a lot of different places that I never preached at before. And so I just want to encourage you to sow into the season that you're in. There's purpose for you in every season. You're not just purposeful when you're the CEO or the brand owner. You have purpose in your marriage. You have purpose at home. You have purpose concerning your children. So just learn to sow into the season that you're in. And more importantly, don't compare seasons. If I were to go back and look at the seasons where I was doing all of these amazing things with my brand, and to look at what I'm doing now, I would probably feel discouraged. I would probably feel like I'm not doing enough. But that's just the season I was in, and that was the time that, the Lord allowed for me to really sow into my brand. But my children needed me in this season. My daughter needed me in this season. And I made the sacrifice that I made, for my family. And so I just believe that God does all things well. And so I want to encourage you, if you're working a full-time job and you kind of feel like, man, I haven't invested in my brand this year, or I haven't been going as hard for my brand as I normally do, just sow into the season that you're in, whether that looks like your marriage. Maybe you're single and you've invested a lot of time in healing yourself and focusing on areas where you need to be made whole. Just know that there's purpose in every season that you're in. So sow into whatever season. My season, again, it wasn't so much the brand owner this year. It was more so God put a lot of emphasis on the mother in me this year. And so all is well, it is well. And I just wanted to encourage you again. If I can leave you with anything, I just want to leave you with that. Sow into the season that you're in, because there's purpose for you in every season. Again, I'm Marsha Williams, founder of Mothers in Ministry, also author and speaker. I work to uplift, encourage, and inspire every mother to pursue her dreams, her goals, and her purpose in God. I love you to life, and I pray that this has encouraged you in some way. All right, be encouraged.